I'm taking a moment to put this at the very beginning of this video because this is going to get kind of personal and it has major big thing to say about this channel. I'm doing this completely non-scripted, as you guys can probably already tell. This is going to get kind of personal, like I said, and it has a big relation to what's going to be happening to this channel from now on, and it's some pretty serious stuff. But those of you guys who aren't interested in any of that, you guys can just go ahead and click the time stamp. It's going to be on like this side. You guys can just click the timestamp or something, or wherever it is on screen, just skip to there and you guys will be able to go ahead with the Kingdom Hearts theory. But those of you guys who are interested in this kind of stuff and want to know what's going to be going on with this channel, I really appreciate you taking the time to hear what I have to say. Now, let me just kind of say it out flat. This channel won't be my priority anymore. It won't be the main channel, I guess we can also say. That being said, it's not that I'm no longer gonna upload on here, but for example, when I'm thinking about me needing to record or me having to get a video out, I'm likely not referring to this channel anymore. And it's just because this isn't my passion to do. I've realized over the last, I don't know, closing in on a year now, because we're closing in about a year to where I became pretty much strictly Kingdom Hearts. It's not that there are other deeper reasons I'm not going to get into that this channel isn't my priority anymore. But for pretty much everybody who's watching, the main thing you guys just need to know is that some things happen and I don't feel comfortable trying to make a career on YouTube on this specific channel anymore. And it got nothing to do with the algorithm or, you know, or YouTube hurting my channel or anything like that. I just want to make sure I get those conspiracy theories out of the way. It's nothing like that. Those of you guys who are in the Discord server probably already, know a bit about the situation because you guys, have gone out of your way to try to find out what I'm talking about or interact with me outside of videos. And I really do appreciate the hundreds of you guys who have joined the Discord server. But I'm actually making a new channel. It's already made. And by the time you're seeing this video, my first video is now live on that channel. That new channel is going to be called Jordan the Analyst. And if you guys have seen videos like Some Call Me Johnny or Scott the Waz or Ant Dude, Nitro Rat, etc., the game review channels, you guys know they're entertainers, but they're also reviewing at the same time. That is my passion. They say when you're a YouTuber or a content creator of any kind, you watch the kind of content you make. And I know a lot of people are like that, but I've never been like that. When I was a Let's Player, I used to watch a bunch of Let's Plays, and Let's Playing was a passion of mine, but I kind of fell out of love with Let's Plays, and to where I just couldn't do them anymore. It wasn't helping me grow, and honestly, I fell out of love with it because not only did I stop having fun actually recording them, I stopped really watching them. The only Let's Player a traditional Let's Player I watch is Nico B at this point, honestly. Shout out to him. But reviewing games is something I've always, thought about, but I've never really gave it the time of day to actually consider it. And over the last year, those of you guys that are longtime subscribers, about a year ago, I tested out a series called KingdomAce and that's pretty much the format of what I'll be doing, except more high quality, with an actual camera now and different setups and things like that. I've got my room rearranged so I can record with this setup. Those of you guys that have been out to the streams that know that wall behind me, behind my desk, actually has a ton of posters and stuff on it. That wall is now completely bare, so the other wall where you guys don't see is my recording wall now. I know there's this big blank space right here behind me, but I'm not sure I'm just going to stand there or put another poster in front of it. I'm not too sure, but I got a ton of posters all up along this wall now. As I'm recording this now, I actually just finished recording the first video for it, and it was a ton of fun, and it solidified why I feel I'm making this decision. This decision is something that I truly feel is the best for me. And I know not everybody's going to agree. I guarantee not everybody's going to agree, but I feel like I called you guys the Loyal Knights because I have faith in how loyal you guys are to not just the content I make, but the creator, who I am, the guy behind the camera, the guy in front of the mic. You know, I'm a person too, who has likes, dislikes, and things they want to say. And I never wanted Kingdom Hearts to be something that was the only thing I ever talked about. And I know I don't have that doesn't have to be the case. But again, there are other reasons for why I chose to make this decision. And I really appreciate those of you guys who, even if you don't understand, you still choose to support me on my new channel anyway, or support me in my decision of making this decision. And on that channel, like I said before, be a review channel there's going to be skits in the videos and things like that. It's going to be really nice. I'm not going to lie. After this recording I just did, I'm pretty confident like this is going to be nice. I really do like this. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And this is something that I want to be doing forever. I don't want to, like, if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I'd want to do. Like, I couldn't imagine wanting to do anything else with life, just because this is something I really have a passion for doing. I want to be able to play games and tell other people what I think about it while trying to get a laugh out of them. You know, that's just the kind of guy I even was in school. You know, I was doing my schoolwork and, you know, we're having discussions in class, and I'll do the same thing everybody else is doing, but try to get a laugh out of them like that. And I know what I'm doing on Jordan the Analyst isn't anything new, but it's my spin on something that's old. And I feel like that's all it takes to be unique, because there's no thing as being truly unique anymore, if I'm being honest. And I feel this is the easiest way for me to be unique, put my own spin. I won't have the same opinion as other people do on you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we're doing. I'm going to have a different opinion or a different point of view than other people will. Say for Kingdom Hearts 3, for example, you know, since we're on this channel right now, let's use that as an example. I may like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Prodigy XCD may like Kingdom Hearts 3, but I may like Kingdom Hearts 3 for a different reasoning than he does. And that's where the differences of opinions come in. And that's why I feel like reviews are so rewatchable. I rewatched like the people I mentioned earlier's names. They're even the same videos numerous times, not only studying how they create their videos in terms of note taking while playing games, and how they analyze games and level design, etc., to where it's become something that I just love doing, and I do naturally when I play games now anyway. Even if I'm completely alone, it's just something that's become rooted inside me that I just love doing it. Something, no matter what the game is, I'm constantly doing it, and this is just the right decision for me. So I understand if you don't want to follow me over to Jordan the Analyst. I completely understand. You came here for Kingdom Hearts theories, Kingdom Hearts content. I completely understand that. I'm not necessarily saying that there won't be any Kingdom Hearts videos over there. I mean, I'll likely end up reviewing the whole franchise at some point. There'll probably be tons of skits and stuff in there too. I got 3 Keyblades I can work with too, but Kingdom Hearts was never my favorite series anyway, so I wouldn't subscribe to over there if you're looking that for me to hopefully upload theories and stuff over there, because I likely won't do reactions to the new trailers or anything like that either, or an analysis of the trailers or anything like that anymore either, just because I mean I analyze the trailers anyway. If I'm ever streaming, I'll probably do it on there, but there wouldn't be any video about it or anything like that. What I'd probably do would have reactions of Nintendo Directs and stuff like that, but the main bread and butter of the channel would be the reviews. They're reviews, but they're gonna I'm mainly thinking of it as a show. They're gonna be, the show itself is gonna be called The Analyst. So the analyst episode, I'd like to have one out each week at the very least. But there's going to be two types of analyst shows. One will be reviews, and the other will likely be where I'm just talking about something gaming in general. Another big one I have in the works right now is physical versus digital games. This is a big topic amongst me and my friends on Discord and stuff often, because I'm more of a physical game guy and a lot of them are digital gamers and stuff, to where all the games they get are digital. But I'll explain more of my reasoning behind that in that video, but I won't really be, it's not like this channel to where I'll be trying to persuade you to get physical games. It'll be more like me talking about the pros and cons of each side, and you know, what makes both good and what are the cons of each side too. Just mainly talking about gaming, because at the end of the day, that's what I have the most fun with. Now this is running on 10 times longer than I originally thought it was going to. I thought this was going to be wrapped up in 3 minutes before. So this Kingdom Hearts theory you're watching, depending on how long it is, it's probably most of the video. So I apologize for that, but this is something that had to be said, and I didn't want to make it its own video just because I know a lot of people are less inclined. Like, you can see it on any channel, any update video, you know, those quote unquote update videos, they never reach as many people as a regular video would. That's why I'm specifically putting this into a theory video or a discussion video, or however you want to call it, because I already know what video I'm doing it as, but I just haven't given an official title yet. But I'm putting this specifically in a video because I know a video about a specific topic will reach more people's home feeds. I don't know why. That's just how YouTube works. I know it'll reach more people than just an update video will. So I just wanted to let that be known. But so I'm sorry to anybody I may have disappointed. Those of you guys that are still willing to follow me over to The Analyst, the link will be in the description. And I really do appreciate it. And I'll probably likely be saying it again at the end of the video too, of the actual video. That way you guys can check it out too. I really appreciate all the support you guys can give me over there. Honestly, I feel anybody else should do the same. Follow your dreams, and honestly, we'll all live a lot happier lives. So thank you guys, and on to the video. I wanted to make this video mainly because this is a popular discussion in my Discord server. The link is below if you guys like to join in our discussions, but we're constantly theorizing about certain aspects of Kingdom Hearts 3, specifically ReMIND, mainly because it's the most relevant thing, and it's something that we all have our fair share of questions for because they've yet to be answered. But one big thing is the Master's true identity. Whether you're in my Discord server or not, I'm pretty sure whatever Discord server you're in or whatever channel you watch, I'm sure if you do anything Kingdom Hearts related, I'm sure this topic has come up around you at some point since the last ReMIND trailer. And honestly, I think that this is something I needed to talk about on the channel because I've yet to actually talk about it. I've given this answer to this question on streams before, but I know the grand majority aren't in streams because not everybody's available for that kind of thing. So I'd like to make a video about it. So the Master of Masters' true identity. The Master of Masters has always been a character that's been pretty peculiar. We never really knew who he was because who he was wasn't exactly important, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who he is behind the scenes. What matters is what this person behind the scenes is doing or what he's causing for other people, and how his actions are influencing the Kingdom Hearts series behind the scenes. Because as we know now, what it's looking like, because he's in the ReMIND trailer, he's kind of mentoring young Xehanort, which doesn't make any sense. But I'm sure we're going to get a ton of our answers. I know I just want to bring this up because I know somebody's probably typing this in the comments right now that a lot of people are trying to argue that this is actually Lushu in the trailer, when that wouldn't make any sense whatsoever for a couple of reasons. The biggest reason is for what Nomura said himself. Nomura has always said that the clear distinction between, you know, Lushu and the Master of Masters is how the master presents himself, his body language. That's how we knew, you know, at the end of the secret movie of Kingdom Hearts 3 that was the Master of Masters. If anyone has seen the Kingdom Hearts Key movie back cover, then we should definitely know that this guy in the ReMIND trailer, just by his body language, is the Master of Masters. Lushu has never had any kind of body language like that. I know the argument is we've never seen every body that Lushu has used, but that just sounds like you're picking up straws and tells me that you don't have any concrete evidence that we can actually see that would point to this being Lushu. So that's just me, but I don't really necessarily think that the Master of Masters is Xehanort's master here. I feel like this is someone that, I feel like the Master of Masters in that scene is somebody who Xehanort knows, but probably Xehanort's master and Ericus don't know this person, but it's somebody who Xehanort's been venting his frustrations and stuff to, his ideals that he's too scared to bring up around Ericus and his master because they may not understand or take it the wrong way. But that's who I kind of am. That's just where I'm at with that kind of situation. But the Master of Masters' true identity. Now, I'm really thinking that the Master of Masters isn't anyone we know. And I feel like that's just the basis of everything I'm about to say going forward. Just because I know this huge debacle of the Master of Masters being Demyx. I hear that everywhere, and I'm sure you do too. And I know those people feel they have logical reasonings behind it. And I've listened to the theories. I've gone into discussions. For any of you guys who watched the analysis video too, know that we brought that up there too. Anybody who's been in any kind of Kingdom Hearts stream where we're just playing games and discussing and theorizing, you guys have heard this before. You've heard me talk about it. But for people who would just tune into this video, I did want to say my thoughts. As you can kind of tell by how I'm talking, I don't think that's the case. And there's no real reason why anyone should believe that theory, in my personal opinion, because when I make a theory, I like to have concrete evidence for things. That's why this wouldn't necessarily be a Kingdom Hearts theory. It's my theory, but it's not one I'm promoting to be true, mainly because there's no real evidence. It's more me debunking a theory, I guess you could say. Me trying to counter someone else's theory, because there's no evidence that points to Demyx being the Master of Masters whatsoever. People just wanted a goofy character in the organization who could possibly be the Master of Masters. The only reason they're saying that he may be somebody that we know is because Xigbar ended up being Lushu. And when that revelation came around, when Kingdom Hearts 3 was released, that is what really threw everything into chaos. It started making people question the other organization members or any other character that we may know who may have ties to the Age of Fairy Tales, just like Xigbar did at being Lushu. And the Master of Masters is a prime suspect in this kind of thing, especially with this revelation that Luxord is more than what he's letting on, and he's over here talking about, you know, playing dumb and things like that. So it's just, there's obviously more there too, and I can kind of get that solution, but I don't think Luxord is anyone else to a certain degree. You guys know I already have my opinion about Luxord being Brain, but that's more of having concrete evidence there. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'd definitely check it out. I really like that video. But yeah, I normally won't make a video or a theory unless I have some pretty concrete evidence behind it. And I know a lot of people are just mainly giving Demyx's body language and his personality as a reason to think that, okay, this is the reason why he's the Master of Masters. But that's not concrete. Like, that would, like, if you just see a masked person and you're matching up personality traits, then that makes sense. But that only makes sense if they're both masked and you can't see, similar to the ReMIND trailer. We can't say that the guy in the ReMIND trailer isn't the Master of Masters because we don't know what the Master of Masters look like, because the only other times we've seen him, he's had his hood up, and he also did in the ReMIND trailer. So obviously that can't be ruled out that that's him. But because we know what Demyx is like, and we know he has a connection to the Age of Fairy Tales thanks to Kingdom Hearts 3, when Xemnas gathered up the old quote-unquote Keyblade wielders, you know, from Union Cross that we've seen, like Elrena arena and stuff like that, we know that DMX was there too, so he has some connection in Union Cross. And it makes more sense because we haven't actually seen DMX in Union Cross yet, but we have seen the Master of Masters. But I'm interested in seeing, you know, the end of Union Cross, which we know based off of you guys have seen my posts and stuff like that, or if you play Union Cross yourself, you know that we're coming up on the end of Union Cross here, guys. And I'm honestly thinking it's probably going to end up being done late this year, early next year. So they can really wrap things up and continue on with not going the mobile game route, or at least not making a canon mobile game, because that's a whole nother discussion in itself that I've already made a video on, actually. Check that video out as well. But I really don't think that the Master of Masters is somebody we know. There's just not enough evidence there to point him to anybody besides his personality. And I feel like a personality isn't enough to justify saying DMX is there. He hasn't shown any signs of him being somewhere. Like, let's take Zigbar, for example. There has been if you guys see my friend Prodigy XCD's video about it, there have been hints about him being Luciu for years, even back in Kingdom Hearts 2. There have been signs from that from the get-go, but there hasn't been any concrete signs about DMX, mainly because DMX has little to no screen time throughout most of the series. I mean, he gets a little bit in Days, which is practically nothing if I'm being honest with you, especially since you only see him for like one scene in the movie, which is the main canon that people experience Days through. So I feel most Kingdom Hearts fans haven't even actually played the game, because where you'd actually be able to fight alongside him. But even then, Cage 2 is the only real game to where we got to see him, and that's when we're fighting him as Sora. And even then, he's just being a goofball running away or something like that, or trying to act tough, trying to talk to Roxas through Sora, and that was it. There's no evidence to where he could seem like an important character whatsoever. I feel like DMX got the most screen time in Kingdom Hearts 3, which even then, all he did was really help out Vexen. There was no signs about anything else. I mean, of course, he was trying to do that in secret, but he was benched in that game. We didn't even fight DMX in that game. So what connection could you possibly have beyond him being a goofy character? If you guys have any other reasons that I may not have brought up in this video about why you think that he may be the Master of Masters, let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. But yeah, let me know, because I'm not seeing it. I still feel like even if I'm being told something, I'm probably not going to believe it either, because again, I need concrete evidence pointing to characteristics and saying he's a goofy character just like the Master of Masters. That doesn't mean anything. There are tons of goofy characters. Goofy's a goofy character, so I mean, he can be the Master of Masters. So I mean, hey, he was in Union Cross, man, so he was back then too. So hey, if you guys want to get real technical about it, that's just what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it or anything. I'm just genuinely curious as to why a lot of people try to make theories about certain things and don't have actual concrete evidence. There's a difference between evidence and concrete, because one will crumble at the slightest bit of counter. The other will stand strong no matter what, and is really hard to actually debunk. The only thing that could debunk those kind of theories is the games themselves, proving them wrong. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like for me. It really does mean a lot. And those of you guys who watch this video to the end, I really do appreciate you, because I know I left a timestamp to where you guys can jump to and everything like that if you guys want to skip the beginning. Though if you did skip that beginning part, I highly recommend you go back and watch it, because this channel is going to go through something very important, and I guarantee you everybody who misses that message will be very curious as to why this channel is gravely different after this video uploads. So that will answer any question you'll probably have in the next coming weeks and stuff like that, or even months. So very important. I know that was kind of long too, so this video in itself is probably like 20 something minutes, so I really do apologize for that. I just really wanted to talk about this topic because I've been meaning to for a while. I've just been really busy with said thing at the beginning of this video, and I've been getting around to doing this as well, and pretty much covering all my bases. So thank you guys so much for your patience. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't seen that beginning message and I've kind of just convinced you to do it now, I really do appreciate you going and doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy and you haven't already, share this video with a friend. I feel like these kind of theories and stuff like that need to be brought to the attention to the Kingdom Hearts community, which is a community I really care about. So I feel like if we all just stop fake theorizing, or not necessarily fake theorizing, just thoughtlessly theorizing, I feel like it'll just make the community go around in circles, because I know at the end of the day, the Kingdom Hearts community just likes talking about Kingdom Hearts. I don't blame them for that. I'm just the same way with anything I have a passion about. But I feel like maybe it's just because I'm a big theorist. I like progression with theories. I like my theories to try to be right. I sit in Discord calls with my friends and stuff and try to piece this puzzle together, because that's pretty much what the Kingdom Hearts series is. So I like trying to be right about them. I like actually gathering evidence and slow down, like watching the cutscenes in slow motion and stuff like that, looking at facial animations and body language and things like that to try to actually pinpoint things together and things like that. Similar to that Yozora theory video about what I found on his jacket, things like that. I just love doing things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember, my loyal knights, to always fly skyward.